Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video about my favourite products that I've been using at the moment. It's mostly going to be beauty products, but then I'm going to pop a bag in at the very end. So I haven't really been doing any videos recently. I was actually away over Christmas, and then after Christmas I was straight back to uni and I had some exams, so I just have been really busy. The first product I have is what I sort of call a classic palette. I know tons and tons of people have the Naked palettes. I love them, they're so great, really pigmented and like really easy to blend and use. So this is one of their newer palettes, and it is the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics. This comes in at about, I think it's around £40, which is quite good value, and it's so pretty. So I actually got this as a present off my boyfriend's mum for Christmas, and I have been using it a lot. Well, I've sort of tried out more than neutral shades. So if I just open it up here, well, it's really pretty on the front in rose gold. Then if I just open it up in here, I think it's got 12 shades inside. So I just think it's a really good palette because it's got a sort of range of colours in. I think everyone could sort of use things from this, and it's just one of those palettes when if I'm going away for a few days, it's great to just pack with you. You've got like a complete range, and I do really like matte shades. I think matte's my sort of go-to over shimmer. I only wear shimmer on a night out. But yeah, it does come with a little brush down here. I haven't actually used this brush yet because I have tons of brushes for my makeup, but yeah, it's just a really lovely palette. I was really struggling to find a liquid lip that I loved and wasn't really drying, and this is exactly what I found with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick, which looks like this. It's very pretty with a pink lid and stars on. This is obviously, I think it's an American makeup brand, so I got this off Beauty Bay, and it comes in at £16, which I think is good for a lipstick. And honestly, I've used this so much. I've actually nearly finished this one. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. And the thing with this is, like I said, it's just so comfortable to wear on your lips. I have had other lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, and they've been really like either too sticky and not dry matte, or too matte and it feels just horrible on your lips. But this one is like really worked for me. So this would definitely be a recommendation. This is in the shade Celebrity Skin, which is their sort of nude. So definitely to try out. I think that's always a good colour to go to. So yeah, I'm really loving this right now. My favourite colour nail varnish ever is actually what I've got on now, which is a very dark red. It almost looks black in some lights. I pretty much wear this all year round. I just think it's a very classic colour, looks very classy and sophisticated. And this is actually the Rouge Noir by Chanel. It's shade 18, and it is the Livernes. The long wear nail colour. I think this comes in at around £20, which is quite good value for nail varnish. Obviously I do sort of like look out for discounts online because I do use this all the time, and that's it there, just in little things. So the lid sort of comes off, and then you get a smaller lid to paint your nails with, which is always better because I just find when they've got a big square lid like that, they're really hard to grip. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend this. It stays on your nails really well, and I just love it. So that is an all-time favourite for me. Okay, so the next product is another one from Chanel, and this is the Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. So this is one of those products where there was a lot of hype around it around last summer, which is when I picked it up. So I've nearly been using it for a year, so I do have a sort of good experience with it, and I still absolutely love this as much as when I got it. So if I just open it up for you, just take off the lid and the little cap inside, it's a sort of cream bronzer. So if I just sort of pop my finger around it, and you can see it on my hand, it's really lovely, this lovely like golden brown colour. So obviously by the name, this is a universal colour, so this is one for everyone, and I just really love this product because it has a really dewy finish, unlike a powder bronzer. And I tend to wear this most if I'm wearing like a BB cream or like a really dewy foundation, because it just blends so well. It's really easy to use. It is easy to use, like for me now, I can like do it in like 2 seconds. When I first did get it, I'd never used a cream bronzer before, so it did get a little bit of getting used to. But I mean, if you go into any Chanel, they'll be more than happy for you to try it on your face, see how you feel about it, see how you like it, get used to using the product. But yeah, one thing I would say is that for me personally, what I've found is once I have this on my skin, by putting a powder bronzer on top, it like really doesn't work. Like I just feel like it goes a bit blotchy and just you lose that sort of ability to blend it all in, and it just looks really, really heavy. So I think you sort of do one or the other. So for me, I do use this a lot. I would also say it's really good for when you're tanning your face. If you don't want to wear foundation, you can just pop this on and it just sort of gives you a nice glow, a bit of colour. So yeah, I think it's a really, really good product. This retails at £32, which is quite a lot for a bronzer. So what I would say is if you're sort of curious about a cream bronzer and want to give it a try, I know Bourjois do a cream bronzer as well, which is probably like half the price. So the next thing I have for you is probably the prettiest makeup gift I've ever received. So this is the Zoeva Plaza box, I think is how you pronounce it. Oh my god, this just couldn't get any prettier. So to start off, you've got this, obviously this is what it looks like, and you pop the box out of the sleeve. Then got the box which is the same, and then oh, it's just so nice. When you take off the lid, it's like, it's all gold inside, and then you have the 3 palettes in here. So I'm just gonna pop them out. Oh, they're just so nice. They're like individually packaged like this. I'll just take, this one's my favourite. And so every palette then can slide out of its sleeve, and then you can open it up like so. So this box, unfortunately I don't think this is available. There is a wait list on Cult Beauty, so maybe pop your name in there, or you could check their actual website. In the box you have the 3 palettes, like I say. These are all still available individually, so if you can't get hold of the box, that's fine. Unfortunately you won't have a really pretty packaged palettes, but still do the same job. So in here you have the Caramel Melange palette, the Cocoa Blend palette, and the Blanc Fusion palette. So palettes from Zoeva are £18, which I think is really good for a palette. Inside I think you get 6 colours or something. So I'll get this one out. So this is the Caramel Melange palette. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 10 colours even. Don't know why I said 6. So this one, oh, this one's my favourite. This one's so nice. So this one has your sort of like warm, coppery red tones, which I just absolutely love. It's actually what I'm wearing right now on my eyes. So that's the first one. I know there was like quite a lot of excitement around this palette because it did just come out just before Christmas. You then have the Cocoa Blend palette, which is, again, this has been out quite a while, and I know there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube that you can watch people using this because it's a really popular one from Zoeva. So this one, again, this is more, it is quite red and brown, but it's also got some really nice pink shades and purpley shades and a bit darker at this end as well. So that's also a lovely palette. And finally, you have the Blanc Fusion palette, which I think, oh, this one's really stiff to get out. This one is in here. So yeah, this one's your more sort of base, sort of neutral tones, which I think is really nice, especially for the summer. It does have this very vibrant yellow in the middle, which I'm yet to figure out how I will use this one, but everything else in the palette I would definitely use. So yeah, I just thought I had to mention these. I mean, 1, because they're just so pretty, but 2, because for the price they are really, really good. They're really pigmented, they blend really nicely. I've just found them like really easy to use. And I've also been sort of mixing the Caramel Melange and the Cocoa Blend palette. When I've been using them, I've been using my Morphe 350 palette, again a really popular palette which tons have. So yeah, I would definitely sort of recommend to have a go. So I'd probably recommend this one, the Caramel Melange, the most. Absolutely love this. So my definite favourite right now. This next product is from Benefit, and it is their Gimme Brow Gel, the volumizing Gimme Brow Gel, which I've really, really enjoyed using. I got this as a present for Christmas, and I was a bit sceptical because I'd never used a brow gel before. I wasn't sure how they sort of worked, how they'd look on my eyebrows, but I really, really enjoyed it. So basically, if I just show you, they're more like, it looks like a teeny, tiny mascara brush, which is cool. Obviously they are coloured, so this is shade 5, which is either their darkest or their second darkest. It may go up to shade 6. So basically, I found when doing my eyebrows, by having this gel, I can sort of fill in the very ends, and when I get to the front, instead of filling them in and getting that sort of like blocky look, if you just comb the brow gel through, it gives you really nice sort of like volumizing at the front, which I've really liked. Yeah, so this is £20. Obviously you can pick this up in Boots at any benefit counter, and this is definitely one that I'd recommend. So the next one is another palette, another eyeshadow palette actually, and it is from Stila, and it's called the Eyes Are the Window Shadow palette. This is another really pretty palette, obviously rose gold. It looks quite similar to the Naked Decay one, which, oh, it's just so nice. I think I'm kind of drawn in by pretty palettes. But no, this is actually really, really good as well. Oops, something just fell off. So yeah, that's it there. This has 12 colours in, which I think is really good. I think this is around £30, and I know you can get this in Marks and Spencer's, which is quite cool, or obviously online. So yeah, it's actually a mix of shimmery and matte shades, which is really, really nice. And I'd never actually used much of Stila before I got this, and I really, really love it. I think it's a really good palette because all the tones in it are like not quite similar. Like obviously there's different shades in here, but they all blend like really, really nice. And you can get that sort of day look with the sort of really pale pinks and oranges, or equally you can take it to a nighttime look with these dark shades over here. So I just think this is really good value, and it just looks so nice. It looks pretty from the outside and works really, really well, and it's pigmented beautifully. So yeah, this is the other favourite eyeshadows. There's been so much eyeshadow in this favourites video. I love eyeshadow. The next thing I have is actually these little guides, which obviously isn't a beauty product. I don't really know what you class this as, but I just thought I'd give them a mention because I really, really like them. They're actually a present off my mum, and I'd sort of heard of them before, but I'd never had one. So they're available on Amazon, and they're £6.99 each. So I actually got, by the way, they're called the Luxe City Guides. So I got the Venice one, Paris, London and New York. So 4 great places. Obviously they are available for pretty much all cities, like if you just sort of Google whichever one you want. So if I show you one, this one's the one for Venice. If I just pop this out, I'm actually going to Venice in summer, so I'm really excited. And I didn't realise, but they're not like a book, it's more like a big leaflet. And it sort of comes out like this, so just sort of tell you inside. It starts off with like an overview, and then just some tips, and then it's split into sections. So you have accommodation, you have like lunch, places to eat lunch, bars, coffee shops, wine bars, spas, museums, and then it goes like on the back. Like the back's more about like the actual city itself. So here it's got like San Polo, which is obviously the main island of Venice, and San Marco, St. Mark's Square, so that kind of thing. And I just thought they were really, really handy. They're super lightweight, and when I've looked into them, they've got information about it on the back. They do have an app as well, so I'm not sure if you like go on the app and purchase a guide on there, or something like that, or you can just like download it if you've got a code, or maybe if you scan it. So I think they're like really, really handy, and they're just really interesting. Obviously I've had a little read of the London one as well, and it is really interesting because it sort of says like where to go, where to avoid, where it'll be really expensive. So yeah, I just think these are a really great thing, and they're also a really nice gift if you knew anyone that was going to like a cool city. And yeah, I think they're really cool. And finally, I literally just couldn't not add this in. This is my favourite bag right now. I absolutely love this bag. I was so excited. It was sort of my main present at Christmas of my mum and dad, and I was literally like, I was so shocked. Obviously they knew I liked it, but I had no idea that I was getting it. So this is the Henri Bendel convertible backpack. So right now I have this set up in the backpack form, but you can unclip these and it goes as an over like crossbody bag, or obviously you can carry it as a handbag if you like. So it's this sort of like, it's kind of like similar to the material what a Longchamp's made of, but then all of this up here and all the accents is all leather, which is great. Obviously it's got silver hardware, which I love. So if I just show you a bit about it, inside it's got this like electric blue purple lining, which is so cool. It's just got loads of room in it, and I just absolutely love this right now. I've never been so excited to get this. So Henri Bendel is a brand based in New York. You can only buy off their website unless you pick it up off eBay or something like that. I've not really seen many on there or on Depop either. Like, I've not really seen anyone with them where I live at all. But yeah, these retail at, I think it's like £245. This is the big version. This is their Jet Setter backpack. It's their sort of classic bag that they brought out. It's very individual to them. I've never seen anything like it, and I just absolutely love it. It's just so cool. So yeah, I was so excited to get this, and I just wanted to show you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of the products, like, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Obviously, I really do love these products, and I hope some of you go out and try them and love them as much as I do. So remember, if you did like this video, to give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe for more.